Okay, internet. As you guys know, that new Tekken patch 3 point something just came out, and it featured a whole bunch of new stuff, like that Muay Thai dude with the giant body and the small head, and some balance changes. Now, the Muay Thai dude is kind of whatever to me. I'm not making a video about him, but I'm definitely making a video about something I saw on Twitter that really it was so outrageous. I was gonna tweet, but I've been around the block a couple times. I know how this goes. I tweet something with a bunch of implied logic in it. No one understands it. I get flamed. You know, just bad times for everybody. So we're making a video. We're going to explain in detail why this little small thing triggered me so hard that I had to make a video. Bam! Behold, Kazuya's newest Okazemi situation. Down back 4 after a wall combo now beats every single wake up option except block low. Now, my first thought when I hear Kazuya's getting buffed is not, oh my god, let me go make a video. No, it's cool, right? Like, Kazuya is a character who kind of has tough execution. His win rate isn't like super high. He's not picked that often. You don't really see much of him. So it's nice to hear that Kazuya's getting buffed. It's nice to hear that Namco is buffing characters rather than nerfing them. But let me go ahead and ask a dumbass question because I'm not like the sharpest tool in the shed. When's the last time you were in this situation against Kazuya Mishima and thought to yourself, this character needs more options right here? Like we're talking about Kazuya Mishima. The character highlights by stealing rounds in 2 hits. That's like if you go through any Kazuya video on Twitter, that's what it is. He's down, he's got like 2 HP left. There's very little he can do, but he lands a YOLO electric. It hits. He does like 70% of your health in like one combo because his rage drive damage is ridiculous. And then he hits a hell sweep and he has won the round. He is Mr. Steal Your Round. Okay, and you've given him more than enough tools to do so with the down back 2 into forward forward 4 guaranteed hit, the forward forward 4 in general, the forward 4 crouch hit, the better tracking hell sweep, the safer electric. Like no one is sitting here with Kazuya going, man, I wish I had a better character who won these situations. I win these. That's not why I don't play Kazuya. I dodge Kazuya in the character select screen because I don't win these. Like the character is explosive enough. He does not need more mix-ups, more damage, more momentum. What this character, what a lot of other characters need, is the ability to actually have some say in how the game flows, the pace of the match, to be able to fight for control of the match so that they can actually get to their advantageous situations and play the game. Like your top tiers are not top tiers because they all have crazy mix-ups and damage and they're just unbeatable in terms of reward. No, they're top tiers because they can actually play the game. Kazumi would be very little if other characters also had her jab hitbox and her down for a one hitbox. But for some reason, in this godforsaken game, all the jabs, down for ones, and in general the movement just don't work properly from the neutral game. So having a character who can even just do that means you can control situations. So your character doesn't even need to be explosive to deny the other characters from getting to those explosive situations when they can't retaliate with their trash jabs and down forward ones. And Namco sees this and they give you a new Okazemi option. Or they make it safer for you to like whiff an electric, or make it a little bit easier to do a hell sweep and not get sidewalked. Like this isn't going to make anyone play the character or make the character even win more outside of very specific situations. The character would benefit greatly from having like an increased jab hitbox so he can actually interrupt when people are in his face doing what you're seeing Arslan Ash do to Knee right now. If he actually had a down forward 4 that did not leave in a bad situation after, so he could check with mids and like, not be screwed. If he could actually have a say in how the match flowed, Kazuya would be significantly stronger. And that's the case with like a lot of characters in Tekken 7, right? Like we see it every year, actually, for the past 3. Has it been 3 years? Yes, for the past 3 years, we've seen it with Kazuya, Lucky Chloe, Heihachi, Miguel. They took it away from Miguel afterwards. That was crazy too. Like I don't even know what that was about. But all they can do to these characters is give them more mix-ups and more damage, and they cannot problem solve otherwise. And it's creating this problem where if you play a character who is not Kazumi, Dragunov, Law, Jack, Geese, Akuma, or one of the other top tiers that can actually like have a say in how the game goes, then you're playing this really stressful game where you can't stop the other guy really from exploding on you, and he can't stop you from exploding on him. So it's kind of like this game of chicken with two paper thin health bars that just get eaten alive in 2 seconds because of all the buffs you've given to those stupid situations that don't need to be buffed. And like neither player is actually really enjoying themselves or having an interactive match, but they're just trying to get the win and trying not to die at the same time. Like, oh my god, it doesn't need to be this way. Like Tekken can be and has been a game where both players have different types of reward and they use different methods of controlling the game to find those opportunities for those rewards. Like if you don't want Kazuya to be a super mashy poke character archetype, then you can go ahead, buff his movement, allow him to create space and fight these poke characters by forcing them to have to use their movement to keep up with his, and then he can make reads on those opportunities and go for his stuff there. Like I did not just make that up. That is an old concept from like old games that doesn't really happen that often in Tekken 7 because you can't really move away from stuff. Everything does not need to be solved with more mix-ups, more damage, bigger lows, big launch. If you want to fix Lucky Chloe, like buff her movement. If you want to fix Kazuya, you could just buff his movement. Really, you don't need to give him all this other stuff. If you want to fix Miguel, fix his jab. Just why is his jab like the worst jab I've ever seen in the history of fighting games? Like Hwoarang's jab pushes him out of range of his own attacks on block. Like they're just small things that would allow characters to be able to play the game, have a say in how the game goes, and then explode in their unique fashion, as Tekken has always allowed. But whatever. I don't work for Namco. They know what they're doing. Have fun.